All right, this is a vlog time. Not a traditional kind of vlog, but you know what? I want to update you guys on something that it's kind of a long-term review, if you will. For I can still see you. Aww. So I want to do a little bit of a long-term user consumer report of our Steelcase Gesture Chair. Today's video is brought to you by the new, really super cool JSUSense Melty connector shirt. You know, paying tribute to one of the best designs that's clearly ever existed. And if you don't like the Vaporwave colors, we've got our OG gray and red colors available now. So get yours by following the link in the description below.
Nice.
Ow, I have a thigh cramp. Yeah. How's the framing? Is this better?
It's pretty good, actually.
I like how it's focusing on you. Oh, well, whatever. Yeah. Whatever. Okay. We are going to talk about the gesture chairs. Well, okay, let's start out this way. Hey, Phil, why don't you show them the first thing that broke on your chair? Oh yeah, the headrest. Where'd it go? So that broke off after what, a year?
Yeah, something like that.
About a year. Okay. Now let's go ahead and take my chair. Now I'm size fat. I'm a little less fat than I was at the start of the year. Where are we today? Yeah, almost 40 pounds lighter. So here's my chair. We're gonna review a chair.
A chair?
A chair? A chair. A chair. Chair. Nicholas, average sized man, if you would please demonstrate average sized chair. Let's see if it does it when you sit down.
What?
Oh, there is the first of squeaks. Lean back. Wiggle side to side. Oh, did you hear that pop?
Yeah.
Get up. Oh, there it is.
Oh.
Yep, there it is.
I think that's just a bump stop, no?
No, it's not. It's something in the hinge. There is a web, not a web page, there's a YouTube channel where they show you how to, remember how to take off the headrest to tighten, because every time I sit down here, I'm gonna put my headrest how I normally do. And it's also gross, and we've like tried to clean it, and this material just doesn't clean very well. Anyway, I tend to leave my headrest more upright. So as soon as you like sit down, watch, sit down, it's gonna like thwap you in the back of the head. Oh. You're not throwing yourself down like an animal like I do.
No,
oh,
I don't.
It popped.
That pops. At least your headrest holds its position, mine doesn't.
Well, we've already tightened. Yeah, yours doesn't hold position anymore. So sit down in the chair and just kind of wiggle the chair back and forth real quick. Yeah, so the headrest starts throwing itself forward, like it won't stay. Oh, see, there it goes. So now it's like down. See, now it's hitting your back instead of your head.
Yeah.
See, it doesn't hold its position. Now, the popping and the creaking is what really sucks. Because of the fact that one of the things that we talked about when we first got, it's doing it while you're turning in circles. Here, dude, keep going.
I don't feel safe on this thing anymore.
This is like a $1,600 chair. Now, folks are gonna say, he too fat, he too fat. It advertises that it can handle my weight, like 400 pounds or something like that. I'm not 400 pounds. I used to be, but I'm not anymore. So here, let me sit down in it now. You're gonna hear more pops, because what do you weigh? Like, honestly, do you know?
Like 255-ish.
Okay, so I'm only 9 pounds heavier than you at this point. But
Wow. Oh.
that could be my back, no. So I like to gyrate. I like the headrest to be kind of right there, because I like to, honestly, I have the worst sitting position, and that could have something to do with the chairs breaking down, but it has to be able to deal with any position someone wants to sit in it. I tend to sit like this a lot. So you see how my headrest is up, right? Now watch when I get up.
They kind of flung forward a little bit.
Yeah. So it gets very annoying when I go to get out of my chair, and then boop, boop. It's like, it doesn't hold its position. Now, to be fair, mine's one of the few that haven't broken off yet, but I don't think it's far away. Look at the frame flexing. See that?
Mm-hmm. It's like starting to shear apart, or we have to reopen it up and tighten it down?
Well, that's the thing I wanted to kind of show is like, I don't know if I can take this apart right now, I don't have the tools. This comes off, this slides up and out, and then you can get to the bracket to tighten them up. We've done that multiple times already, but it just doesn't hold its position anymore. Now my chair at home is actually worse. I sit down and it's like, Let me tell you how bad it's gotten. I reordered a Herman Miller M-Body. So I had an M-Body. I had the Logitech M-Body, the Logitech gaming version. My issue with that chair was it didn't have a headrest. At the time, Atlas didn't exist, which makes headrests for the M-Body that match it with the same fabric and everything. So I gave the M-Body to my daughter. And my daughter is hard on chairs. She has had like, I can't remember which gaming chair brand it was. It was one of those leather, like looks like a racing seat chairs. Ripped it to shreds. Like the leather was ripped, the padding was coming out. You sit on it and it's like on the card, like the hard wood bottom, like just completely tore it up. I remember with that one, it wasn't a Steel Series chair.
GT Omega?
No, it was a newer brand than GT Omega. Oh, it doesn't matter. Point is, she's had my M-Body now for like 2 years. It's been about 2 years since I got rid of the Logitech for the Steelcase. I went down and I said, she was on a computer and I said, get up. She's like, what? I said, get up. She's like, okay. So I sat in the chair. No creaking, no popping, no noise. Still has all of its like springiness because it has that crazy spine thing. But when I went shopping, I went, what's the difference between the Logitech gaming chair and the standard M-Body? The standard office M-Body actually has thicker padding, has an extra layer of padding, and a different type of material, where it's more about extreme comfort and support, whereas the Logitech chair has like a copper layer in there and a thinner type of fabric to keep you as cool as possible for long gaming sessions. So it sacrifices a little bit of support, a little bit of back support and comfort, because with the thinner material on the Logitech M-Body, you can feel the spine points through it, whereas the thicker padding gives you a more solid support. You don't feel the individual pressure points of like that crazy spine thing. So I want the support, not the cooling. So I went with that option. It was supposed to be here today, it's not here yet, but I did order an Atlas headrest for it. But I felt it important to do a long-term user report update on the chair. Now mine's filthy because of all the time I go out getting myself dirty in the shop and not cleaning myself off before I come and sit down. I'm gonna try and avoid doing that in the future so it doesn't look like this. This is pretty bad. But Nick, the Steelcase chair was the most expensive chair you've ever had. So I'd like your feedback on it.
I don't think mine was falling apart as much as everyone else's.
Because you don't sit in it as much as us.
Or I probably just sit more upright, so I'm not tilting back. The only time I tilt back is if I'm like gaming, and then most of the time, if it's not normal sitting, it's standing. So I haven't been like on the chair.
But this kind of goes back to the discussion we had about the desk or the office thing. You're not at your desk as much as we are.
True.
Like for instance, you don't even have, so open the door. You guys will notice his chair's not even, oh, he did bring it up.
Yeah, he told me to bring it up today.
Okay, that's right, because it wasn't there. Are we interrupting the editor? He didn't have a chair in here all week because the amount of time you were going in and out.
Yeah, I kept it in stand mode.
Yeah, so yeah, it was in sit stand mode. Anyway, look at your headrest, it's all floppy. Yours is worse than mine, huh? Oh geez. Yeah, yours like...
That's how mine was like a month before it just completely fell off.
So
remember, we were like playing Rocket League.
So here's the thing, if we use Phil's chair here, you can see the way it's constructed. So it's got these 4 like plastic tap screws, 2 on each end, and that just goes up into the plastic base, like this plastic base right here, just screws up in there. So eventually what happens is that plastic gets worn out or cracks, and then it just doesn't hold anymore. Now my best friend, Brian, he has the same exact chair. He got it on my recommendation, and his headrest also busted off. He's also a big fella like me. He's like 260, 265. Even though we're within the weight range of these chairs, I don't think it's holding up to the expectation of a big guy. All right, so at the end of the day, I don't believe I can really recommend anymore, for big guys anyway, the Steelcase Gesture Chair. I'm curious to, a lot of you purchased the chair after our video, and I still kind of stand by the fact that it performed well for us for a long time, but as soon as the problem started, I feel like it went downhill really quick right there.
For sure, it snowballed.
Yeah.
So, but up to that point, they're good. I think mine's still good. It irritates that I have to keep moving my headrest.
Yeah, yours might need another tightening, but the thing is, we keep tightening it, that's eventually what probably breaks it and cracks it. So I'm curious though, sound off in the comments below if you have a Steelcase Gesture, how it's held up for you, how long you've had it, and more importantly, how much you weigh, if you're willing to put that information. Because I'm curious if this is something that we can zero into just the fact that their weight rating is maybe not as accurate as it should be. I mean, if you're a twig, you can probably sit in any chair and it'll never break. But if you're a big guy like me, it becomes much harder to buy chairs because of the fact that you find yourself in the upper weight limit of a lot of them. So here's to hoping that the M-Body chair that I just bought, which is I think it's the carbon. It's the carbon color. It's like slate carbon gray. It's actually not even fully black. With the carbon colored frame, it's not black on black. Really hoping that it holds up to the day-to-day use. Now, I did use it for almost a year before I gave it to my kid. So it's going on 3 years old at this point. No staining, no ripping, no frayed wearing of the fabric or anything, although it's a different fabric than mine's gonna be with the Logitech version. It seems to be holding up. Now, there's a lot of other brands out there that I looked at that I've never heard of that are in the same price point. My biggest fear with that is the fact that I had never heard of them. So, yeah, I guess at this point, I'd be willing to hear any of you guys' chair suggestions because I do have 2 more I need to buy for these guys.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, a chair. All right. Thanks for this sort of a vlog update, but I feel like, just look. Now they do have on their website instructions on how to lube that up. I have done that at home. I don't know how many times, and it does not stop the squeaky sound. So it's very, very annoying. And I've done the full teardown assembly. I have nearly fully disassembled the chair and rebuilt the damn thing with lithium grease and everything where you're supposed to do it. It has not made a single difference. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Sound off down below if you've had the chair, how it's holding up for you. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.